Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders just signed a receiver, Michael Strachan, to the practice squad. He's 6'5", 225 pounds, and is a big body receiver that maybe could make an impact down the line for the Washington Commanders. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. We are like 10, 15 subscribers away from 13,900. It would mean a ton if you guys could do it. It's free. And go ahead and comment down below your favorite player on the roster right now. Besides Jaden Daniels, for me, it is Frankie Louvu. So Michael Strachan, they haven't signed a guy to the practice squad in a minute. Early on in the year they were signing a lot of guys, but Michael Strachan, this guy is a guy that does intrigue me. And I was making videos early on in the year talking about some of the guys that they signed, and now they haven't signed a lot of guys that I was like, oh, okay, this guy could make an impact. But Michael Strachan, I think, could make an impact for the Commanders. So he's played for 3 years in the NFL, 2021, 2022, and 2023. Hasn't had a huge impact. If you look at his receiving, he has 130 receiving yards over 3 years, played in 13 games in 2022. But he has gotten in some games, which is good. Was a 7th round pick, played with the Colts, or drafted with the Colts. Actually went to high school in Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia, and went to college at Charleston. He is 27 years old and is from the Bahamas. Again, 6'5", 225 pounds. So he is a big guy, and a guy that if you can get him to learn the offense a little bit and get acclimated, he could make an impact for you, maybe as a blocker, or maybe down the line as a guy that in the red zone you can target a little bit. 6'5", 225 pounds. He's not super athletic, but he's athletic enough. His combine score was a 75, which is pretty good, especially for his height. Again, 6'5", 226 pounds. Some of his stats are right here. He scored a touchdown in 18 of 22 games from 2018 to 2019. Again, you guys can see some of this other stuff as well. So signed to the practice squad. I don't think this means there's an injury or anything. If I remember correctly, I don't think anyone got injured for the Commanders, but it's a guy that could come in and play on the practice squad for a few weeks, and stay on the practice squad for a few weeks, and if he does well, then maybe they promote him to the active roster. I'm trying to see his 40-yard dash time, but let me know what you guys think about Michael Strachan, or Strachan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. So a 4.5 40-yard dash, not great, but for a guy that's 6'5", I think that's a solid number for sure. His broad jump was pretty good, 10'7". So he was at the University of West Virginia. Pro day, I guess Charleston didn't have any, but those are the measurables on him. Not going to talk about him too much more because it's a practice squad guy, but it is a guy that I am intrigued by just because of the build. 6'5", 225. I've probably said that 5 times, but we don't have a receiver like that on the roster. Right now, Noah Brown is a bigger type of receiver, but yeah, he's 6'2". He's the tallest guy on our team. On our receiving core. You got Terry, who's like around 6 foot. Diami's not too tall. Zacchaeus isn't tall. You just don't got guys that are that tall. Luke McCaffrey isn't that tall. Luke's probably around the same height as Noah Brown. Luke McCaffrey height. They just don't have a lot of guys that are tall, that are, big targets. Yeah, he's 6'2", same height as Noah Brown. So this is a guy that I think to start off will be on the practice squad, and if he does well, they'll start to acclimate him a little bit because they do need a little bit of a bigger body receiver, a target in the red zone. Their red zone offense hasn't been amazing, and there's been a few games where it's like they could have really scored a lot more. The Bears game and the first Giants game, if they were good in the red zone. Also, I did make a video talking about the stadium, and update on that, so go ahead and check that out with some injury updates as well. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.